I've farmed this land for decades. Rolling fields, a small creek running through the property, and the occasional wildlife visitor. This is my sanctuary. But then Karen and her HOA moved in nearby, building a gated street of perfect houses, manicured lawns, and an overblown sense of entitlement. It started small. A minor complaint about water runoff from my fields into their street. I explained politely. The creek naturally flowed downhill, it nourished my crops, and my property boundaries were clear. Karen didn't listen. Instead, she and her HOA hired contractors to dam my field, hoping to redirect water and make my land less messy. I watched as their bulldozers built a low wall at the edge of my property. I didn't intervene. I didn't need to. Nature has a way of balancing itself, and I'd learned to respect it. The storm came a week later. The skies darkened, winds howled, and rain poured for hours without pause. My fields filled with water behind the dam, tension building with every passing hour. The creek moaned under the pressure, and the dam, weak, hastily built by the HOA, strained against the surge. Down their street, the HOA residents panicked. Water seeped around their perfect roads. Their manicured yards started turning to mud, but they didn't see the bigger picture yet. Then, the inevitable happened. The dam gave way. Tons of water and mud surged forward, racing down the slope toward their street. Cars, gates, and garden walls were overtaken by the brown wave. Their perfect neighborhood was buried in silt. Sidewalks vanished under the sludge, and lawns became impassable mud pits. By morning, the HOA members arrived, horrified. Their complaints about my mismanaged property were silenced by a river of nature and logic combined. No one could argue against gravity, water, and simple property rights. Karen, of course, blamed me in her newsletters and HOA emails, but every local farmer and neighbor knew the truth. She tried to manipulate my land, but in the end, it was my respect for it and her disregard that decided the outcome. She dammed my field. The storm broke the dam. Her street sank in mud, and justice, slow but unstoppable, flowed right down the hill.